What's up, everyone? Welcome to Lowered Expectations. Thanks for lowering your expectations and hanging out with me here. I do appreciate it. Forgive that noise in the background. It is June 2nd and we are having some pretty cold weather, so I actually have both of my diesel heaters running in the bus today. And I have been experimenting with high density polyethylene, trying to do distillations on it. And if you haven't seen that video, hopefully it has been released. But that's not what we're here today to talk about. What we're talking about today is PEX piping. I did a little bit of research, and by that I did one single Google search and asked Google if PEX was a good candidate for making pyrolysis juice, whatever you want to call it. The winter before last, I made a water heater that was powered or fired by waste oil, and I heated my house. I used some of the stuff, and so now I have a bunch of it as scrap, and I've cut it up, and I'm not sure how much there is in here, but we are going to heat this stuff up and see if it turns into a distillate, something similar to the HDPE, which is kind of what I expect, or if I just end up with a huge mess inside of this flask that will lead inevitably to me trying to clean it out and destroying the flask. I've said too many words already. Let's just get to the video. Would you just look at that? Exciting stuff is happening, folks. We've got all sorts of splattering and smoke. Oh, we've got distillate coming over. Already, it is, well, it was 47, it's now 57 Celsius. I've got the temperature cranked up all the way, and I think what we want to do for this distillation is get everything from there vaporized and collect it here, and then we may do a second distillation to clean it up and to collect separate fractions. I still have the temperature cranked up all of the way, and as you guys can see, the drip rate is pretty reasonable. It's dripping away quite fast. I've put some aluminum foil on the flask and on the column, about halfway up, a little higher, and the temperature at the top of the column is 231 Celsius. We've collected a fair amount so far. It appears there is some water in the bottom. It's pretty cool how clear the liquid appears to be running down the inside of the flask. The soup in the bottom of the flask that's boiling away is quite black and nasty looking. I've just pulled the aluminum foil off, and I better put it back on because our temperature's dropping considerably. I just put another piece of aluminum foil on the top of the flask, and it looks like maybe 80 or 100 grams left to come over. I've got quite a bit of old used PEX tubing, and it took quite a bit of effort to get that first bit of PEX cut up into pieces so that I could actually fit it into a flask. I started thinking about how I would make a special tool to cut this up, and then I realized that I could probably just do it like this. Well, it's not gonna cooperate. Oh, there we go. There we go. I've got it just with a regular old drill bit. I've got it cut into this, and then I can literally take a utility knife and just cut towards myself, exactly how you're not supposed to. But in all seriousness, I can just use the utility knife, hold it, and pull back and cut this into little pieces that will very easily fit into the flask. So yeah, this works really well. I have no idea when I filmed that last clip, but it is now Friday evening, and I've got a bunch more PEX cut up and put in the flask, along with some amount of aluminum oxide. I've just turned the system on and I've got it cranked up. I am going to do the second distillation of the PEX, And I'm going to use some bits of spark plugs, which somebody recommended in a comment. So I hadn't thought of that, but hopefully these are decent boiling chips. This was the first distillation that we did with the PEX. Let's see how much we got. I'm going to try not to put the water in there. Okay, the very last of it I'm not going to use because I don't want to get that water. And that is 9.4 ounces, 266 grams. All right, the second distillation we got quite a bit more from. You can see already. Try not to get the water in. We got 10.2 ounces, 290 grams. I broke up a few chunks of spark plug, and I've also got some aluminum oxide in the flask. And as you guys can see, it's already starting to boil away. I shouldn't say already. The temperature is up to 156 Celsius according to that probe. Boiling flask temperature 197, and the top of the column is 34 Celsius. And it is dripping away at quite a high rate. Let's get in a little closer and take a look at the boiling flask. You can see the aluminum oxide is getting circulated around quite well. And I don't know if that's being assisted by the boiling of the spark plug shards, but it appears to be a very healthy boil. Wow, I'm shocked. The amount of stuff coming over, like, I don't know if you guys can see the rate that that's coming over at. That's pretty impressive for, at 55 degrees Celsius, the amount of stuff that's coming over is pretty shocking. The distillation is not yet complete, but we have collected what we are going to test in my lawnmower. We've collected up to 155 Celsius, and the remaining distillate will actually be used as a diesel fraction. This is what I've collected for the lawnmower. Let's go and test it out right now. I've got the fuel shut off so it doesn't run through into the carburetor immediately. We want to burn out whatever's in there first. So let's see how much of this we have, and also what color it is. This has been sitting in this can for quite a while. There's 150 milliliters. Not sure how well that shows up on camera, but it is quite yellow. Pretty nasty. This isn't going to put a huge strain on the mower because the grass isn't very tall. It looks like we have 275 milliliters of fuel in total. I'm now going to start the mower and run it till it's completely out of fuel. Then I'll turn the fuel on and we will try to start it. I'm guessing it's going to need some sort of a spray in through the intake of the carburetor. I don't think this PEX fuel is going to be volatile enough, but I guess we'll find out together. will it start without the choke? Let's find out. Not as good as my second distillation of HDPE, but better than engine oil. Once again, I've managed to answer a question that nobody asked, and that was, can you run PEX distillate in your lawnmower? The answer is yes, but it doesn't work quite as well as the HDPE distillate. It ran quite a bit better there. I didn't need to use the choke, and it ran perfectly normal. The PEX distillate had sat for quite a while, so that might work against it. But it definitely is less pleasant to use. It has a sharper odor to it. I can smell it more when the mower is running. The spark plug actually looks really good. This is the same plug I've been using for all of my testing, and it actually cleaned up from the last test. Now that could be because it's running a little bit lean. You guys may have noticed that it was not quite lean surging, but it had a bit of a misfire that seemed to go away when I added choke. So that indicates that it wasn't quite getting enough fuel, which could cause it to run in a way that would actually clean this up. Either way, no oily residue, nothing to be concerned about. I am going to be trying polystyrene or styrofoam. I've already shot most of the footage. I still have to test it in my lawnmower. And I hadn't really decided, in fact, I still haven't decided up to this point if I'm going to do it. I'm not sure how safe it is, but I'm going to do more research, and I will be releasing a video about basically trying to make some sort of fuel of polystyrene. So you have that to look forward to. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to leave a thumbs up on it. And if you want to see more nonsense content like this, be sure to subscribe. Get down in the comments and say hello, because I think it helps with the algorithm. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, look who came to visit us. Hi, buddy. Hi, Quasar. Hi, buddy.